right, thank you, Brooke. And Ryan Busse drove down from Kalispell this morning to join our viewers.
I had to be with the great Heidi Miley before she leaves Missoula. This is amazing. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm so glad you would get up early and take time for our questions. I want to first start off with housing. Just one late-breaking thing. The state Supreme Court just made a ruling that will allow two of the measures that have been coming through. One has to deal with duplexes in city zonings, and one has to do with those accessory dwellings. What's your reaction, and what would your plan be for housing?
Well, I think housing is top of mind for every single person in Montana, wherever, in Havre and Malta and Missoula, Bozeman, obviously. And I think we have to have a plan in Montana that allows localities, local governments to make their own decisions. This was a decision that came down from the Supreme Court, and I celebrate anything that lets, places like Missoula, Great Falls, Bozeman make their own decisions. And we had some decisions in the last legislature that tried to limit local government's ability to do this. I think this is a good idea.
Okay. Let's also talk about the strain of property taxes that about knocked everybody over recently. Governor Gianforte was here and noted that he gave people hundreds back in rebates. What is your approach to the property tax situation?
Look, this property tax deal is terrible for Montana. I talked to lots of people across the state. Their taxes went up several $1,000s. It's not forgivable. It didn't have to happen. The last four governors, 2 Republicans, 2 Democrats, March and Roscoe, Republicans, Schweitzer and Bullock, Democrats. When faced with the same problem that Gianforte had, they said, no, let's lower the rate so that homeowners don't get hit with taxes, and renters. This governor decided to raise everybody's taxes. He put it in his budget. He planned on doing it. And they're trying to piecemeal a few dollars with rebates to make up for that, but it's not going to make up for him raising taxes. And by the way, taxes on his own personal residence went down when everybody else's went up. I don't think that's forgivable. He's yet to answer for that. I'm looking forward to being on a debate stage with him where we can talk about that.
And do you have a set plan going forward, what you would propose?
Yeah, I would do what the last 4 governors have done. The budget committee, the folks in Helena, they present a document. They say, Governor, lower the tax rate, in this case, from 1.35 to 0.94, and then taxes will be neutral on homeowners. That's what I would do. Rafe and I have announced our plan. It's the most simple plan. It's proven. It's been done by bipartisan governors over the last 40 years. I think we need to do that before we look at any more complex things. The governor had a task force where he brought in folks from all across the country, Arkansas and everywhere else. Why, I don't know. We have a proven plan to lower taxes. We should have done it. Takes 30 minutes. It's a simple thing.
Speaking of taxes, let's talk about your personal taxes. This was one of the key reasons the governor said he would not debate you because you hadn't come out with those until just now.
Yeah, we released our taxes. A lot of times private citizens don't release taxes, but I don't want that to be any kind of excuse for the governor not to debate. He has not held public meetings with citizens. He refuses to take questions from constituents. I want him to debate. So I released 10 years of our taxes. I got nothing to hide. I worked for a gun company for 25 years. I'm very proud of that. My wife and I live in Kalispell. We never inherited anything. We're working Montana folks that strive to be here in this wonderful place. That's what our taxes show, and I'm pleased to release them.
So you're saying there was no reason it took this long for them to come out?
No, I was busy. I just didn't think we had to release property, or we didn't have to release taxes, but I'm happy to have done it. There's nothing there. There's 10 years worth. We released them to the AP. They're there for everybody to see.
So the next question with that, is there a debate set up yet?
We have accepted two debate invitations, October 1st and October 7th in Great Falls. The first one, we're hoping the governor will accept. He says he wants to debate. He stood right here with you and said, hey, I want to debate. So I'm here saying, Governor, let's go. Accept the debate. We're ready to go.
First one in Great Falls, and you mentioned there might be a second one?
Yeah, the second one is October 7th, and I don't know the location of that one, but we've accepted 2 debates. I think it's in Missoula, actually.
Okay. Now, just some other issues I wanted to talk about. Montana in the past has sent our National Guard members down to Texas to try to help that state with its border issue.
Yeah.
What would you do? Would you support Texas, or what is your plan about the border?
I believe that we must have a secure border. I think that our immigration policy is broken. I don't think there's any doubt about that. But for this governor to send Montana citizens, to pull a stunt and send Montana citizens to the Texas border for a political stunt, no, I'm not okay with that. This is a federal issue that needs to be taken care of by the federal government, by the Senate, by the President, by the House of Representatives. I don't think the governor of Montana needs to be pulling political stunts like this and sending our troops down to the border.
Okay. Coming up in the elections, there are 2 ballot initiatives that have made it on to the ballot. One would reform how elections are conducted in Montana. What's your reaction to that?
I'm neutral on that. I do want to say I believe that we should trim off the fringes off of our electorate, right, off of our voting pattern. So I like the intent of I-126 and 127. I'm not decided yet where I'm at with regards to support, but I believe in the basic spirit of that law, or that initiative.
And the other one would instill abortion rights into the Montana Constitution.
Yeah, I-128, it's a big deal, and my running mate, Rafe Grable, it's on the ballot largely because of him. And I want citizens of this state to know this governor is ardently in opposition to the privacy rights of Montana women. He wants to be in the doctor's office with people. I-128 would codify, it would keep the governor out of doctor's office with women. It would codify abortion rights and right to privacy for everybody in this state. And I don't know what is more basic to freedom than the freedom over your own body. So Rafe and I are ardent supporters of I-128. I hope everybody votes for it. The polls say it's going to pass. I believe it should. And just remember, we're for it. Gianforte is against it.
Okay. And you are a Democrat coming forward, taking on an incumbent in a traditionally red state. When other successful Democrats, say like John Tester, had sought office, he had a history in the legislature. You're coming as, I don't want to use the word outsider, but you're coming as someone who with no previous, claiming no previous experience in the legislature or other official positions. How do you think you're going to win? Well,
I am an outsider. I'm not an elected politician. I'm doing this because I love this state. I look at this place that has made me a better person, that has helped us raise our kids. Sarah and I today, I got to give a shout out to my wife. We spent 25 years married here in Montana in this beautiful place. Today's our anniversary here. I'm spending it here with you. So I got to give a shout out to my wife, right? But this, I'll take issue with one thing you said. I don't think it's a traditionally Republican state. It's a traditionally purple egalitarian state. 16 out of the last 19 years, we've had a Democratic governor. And I believe that people who care about the state, like I do, need to stand up and fight for it. And so this idea that we don't pull rank on each other, this idea that we all have equal opportunity, this idea that working people can afford to live in a place that they love like we do, that's what we're fighting for. I think with this property tax debacle, you've seen, and the governor wanting to be in doctor's offices with people, that has nothing to do with the Montana that I know and love. And I want to stand up and fight for this place.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Busse. That's the time we have here. I appreciate you traveling such a distance to come and be live with our viewers. And NBC Montana will welcome you back at any time.
Awesome. Thanks for being here, and congratulations. Great to be here.
I'm going to shake your hand.
It's great.
All right.
Thanks.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Busse.